Guys are well, trading safe. I've got one level on the chart, 35,980. I'm going to tell you why that's the key level, show you how to get that key level yourself, explain a few things on the high time frames, show you guys the low time frames and the targets above. So as far as things go, nothing has really changed. Again, if you guys recall, we talked about how this was a low, high, higher low, higher high, potential higher low. Okay, so the higher low was really easy to spot. It was something that if you follow me on TikTok, I was preparing you guys for pretty easily. It is your 1-to-1 right here at 32,588. Also, you would be coming into the 618 right here. Now you have come into the 618 above. All right, so we need to get rid of this. So you've gone from 618 to 618. So golden pocket to golden pocket here, guys. Just ranging action. And if you are following me on my weekly ranges, which I've seen now migrating into other people's analysis, which isn't surprising, there's always going to be some overlap from other groups that are going to start taking and using. It's what they do. You'll notice that we deviated of this range. We closed outside of it, found our way back in. We knew with over 85% likelihood we'd come down to the previous week POC, and up we go, right? And now we are at the monthly pivot. Okay, and then if you guys recall what the monthly pivot is, please go back, watch the last 7-minute update. It's going to catch you guys up to speed on this pivot, but also the fact that we've been looking for 35,786 as a whole. I've just given you this key level because I think it's a little bit cleaner, and if I show you guys the key level I am talking about, this bi-weekly level here from the old video, I believe it was, yeah, right there, 35,786, lining up just underneath our key level that is based on math. All right, so we have a horizontal on a bi-weekly schedule, and then we have got the key level there. So getting above that key level or that 2-week level is going to be key. So losing this area and coming back into this old weekly range would be bad. You'd then be looking at this little uptrend potentially being over and cycling to the lows of the range and challenging probably 31.5. And at that point, I'm looking at this as some form of like Gartley almost, because it is valid as of right now as a Gartley. This is a valid Gartley right here, or all the way up to the bi-weekly. So what we're doing is waiting for confirmation on getting that D leg, if that is the play out. That is something that's very speculative. I just always like to have a plan for all things, especially when it's ranges. As a reminder, I have reminded everybody on TikTok, the fib time is here. Okay, if we go to our important days, fib time is here, right? We had our 3 drives. There's the Elon tweet. Here's our 1-to-1 coming in on July 5th. And then here is your yearly time. There is your 382. Let's make this just a little bit brighter so people can see it. The 382 getting the entry to the range, and we have now eclipsed the 50% mark, which gives us this nice rectangle right here of price. This is what we're watching. I think this is a pivot point in time for the range. We've been in it 6 weeks now, so I'm expecting this to probably pick a direction, to be honest with you, whether it's a finally getting that retrace up into these other ranges that we talked about here on the quarterly. And we're also going to talk about that idea of key levels here in just a second. So to touch on the key level I gave you, we're going to start on the quarterly, and we'll look at the biannual here in a second, and then we will look back to the local range. These are the levels you want to look for, right? And you'll notice that this is the quarterly value area low here at about 37,693. And then we will look at our yearly range right here. Our yearly VR is coming in as well. But you'll notice I have these key levels, okay? So the key levels are basically mathematical pivots for the quarterly range, and I do it for the 6-month range. And what I did was right here when we formed this top and fell back down, I took the average of this price, and that's how I formed the 35,980 target. It's the average. And if we take a look at that average is pretty dang good, because this is the overall POC of the range. It lines up with our bi-weekly level that we've been saying is so key in the last video, and our TPO point of control and profile POC are there. So not only that, we could turn on our range anchored VWAP, and it's also there. So it's just really lots of confirmation that this style of analysis is very valid for range trading. Now, we do have the Q2 and Q1 key levels that I've dialed up for you at 43K roughly and 50K. And you guys have heard me use those prices quite a bit, and math says that they are very valid. So we are still looking for those areas, and you can see how well structure gets it with those. Okay, so very, very nice. All right, so let's look at our yearly range real quick here. We have a lot to talk about. And these videos have to be kind of quick and concise. So you will notice that getting into the yearly range also coincides with the overall range value area high, most likely. Let's take a peek at that. Yeah, so you can see that our yearly val is lining up with our range highs, saying that 38,221, that weekly level that we've looked at before, there is a weekly level here at 38,221. It is also the range high. You get above this key level and hold it, we probably go to 38,221. From there, we are looking up. You know, you've got some areas to consider. You've got like 39,031, but then really it's like 40,519, I believe, was the key level that I had. If I recall, it is up here. Yeah, 40,519. This is your key level to the upside if we can get over 38,221 from the 35,980 key level here. Okay, so this is what you are looking for. If we get above that, we will challenge that key level at about 43K, give or take, 42.9. I believe I have a biannual key level at 42.5 and some change because I do calculate these as well. Yeah, you'll notice 42.587 is going to be key. So yeah, I mean, like these are all lining up very nicely. We're almost to 7 minutes, but remember, if we do go 8, the 8th minute is free. So we do have some things to talk about there or to consider as we start doing this. And I look forward to seeing these customized key levels based on pivot formulas, making it into other people's analysis and other groups, because that's just kind of how this goes at this point. So let's take a look at some key levels, but like the harmonic side of things, we are still looking for this, and like I'm not really trading it too religiously, really. I would be considering it once we got up there. You guys know that we were looking at this as a potential bat, and I did mention it could run into the 1st of July, but that would also imply getting above this. So we still have some things that we have to have happen before we can really formally say that this is going to happen. Kind of just like the local Gartley, where we could potentially cycle the range here, right? Like we talked about this guy, like a Gartley, you know, where you're outside the range, and then I'm only interested in this if it forms this slightly higher low and gets back in the range with acceptance, then I would consider getting back in the long. Otherwise, losing this level at 32,290, give or take, down to the 31.5 region is kind of a hairy area, and I will be watching it closely. It doesn't mean I will be trading it blindly. But to the upside, this bat is really nice into that key level right here. Would suggest that our key level is our B leg, a rotation back to the range POC basically, and then up. And that would be really nice. If you lose this level, then I would expect us to sell off and challenge the C leg, and that would look pretty bearish to me. So just keeping track of things like that, guys. 8th minute was free today. Hopefully this finds you well. You guys all have a good 4th of July, and I'll catch you in the next video.